Hi, my name is Frank Salvador, and this is my affirmative speech. My introduction, attention getter. Imagine seeing a hurt animal on the road, crawling with every breath of its life to fight the will to die, but crawl to the safety of the road and live. A dying animal that only a monster wouldn't dare to help, like a dog or a cat. Would you not help if given the opportunity? Now imagine a baby dying in front of your eyes instead, sick and near death. Would you not help? Because the government certainly would at times. They can afford sacrifice, which is why I want to implement a free healthcare system to those who are living in poverty and in need of times of crisis, whether deathly sick or in need of medical attention. Significance and relevance. As we get older, we understand how the government systems work and how we as a population get bigger and bigger by the day. So of course they can afford a couple of deaths on the side. But human lives are precious, and every life deserves to go unaccounted for. What if you had a family member in need of healthcare and you simply couldn't afford it? Thesis. I would like to promote the idea where hospitals offer general health needs to maintain a healthy individual and prolong their lifespan through different methods of their choosing. Because the government certainly wouldn't intervene at times, they can afford sacrifice, which is why I want to implement a free healthcare system to those who are living in poverty and in times of need, of crisis, and so they can have dependable healthcare available to them. Credibility. Research shows repeatedly that we, the people of the middle to lower class, have no to little healthcare. In 2020, roughly 8.6% of the population, mind that is 28 million people, were recorded to have no healthcare available to them. First, I will discuss the background of the U.S. healthcare system. Then I will discuss the causes behind the families with no healthcare available to them. Then, lastly, I will discuss potential solutions to help families battle poverty and have affordable healthcare. Transition. I will now discuss the history of the healthcare system and its relations to poverty. Being able to have free healthcare benefits to all those in need. In 2020, Catherine Keisler Starkey wrote about the healthcare census and healthcare insurance in the United States, stating that private health insurance became more of a rapid percentage to consume the population than public health. To the uninsured children under the age of 19 in poverty, the percentage rose by 1.6 to 9.3. One of these reasons that this is happening is because children are getting less and less informed on the proper ways of medical insurance and the health benefits that can help them in the long run. People are classified as being in poverty if their family income is less than the poverty threshold. In 2020, the poverty threshold for a family of 2 adults and 2 children was $26,246 annually. For children in poverty, the uninsured rate in 2020 was 9.3%, compared with the 7% for those with family incomes of 100% and the 399% of poverty and 2.2% of those with incomes 400% of poverty related or higher. Basically meaning families who make a little less than $30,000 a year have the potential, have no to almost no coverage for themselves or for the parents nor their children. According to the United States Census Bureau, between 2018 and 2020, the uninsured rate increase for children in poverty rose by 1.6%, while children with family incomes of 400% of poverty or higher experienced a drop in their uninsured rate by 0.4 percentage points. Children should not be the ones worrying about whether they're vaccinated or not. Parents are still responsible for them, and their struggle for their low income class poverty situations make it harder for them. Approximately 30 million people in the United States are uninsured and risk financial ruin if they become ill or injured. Worse, there are approximately 9 million uninsured children in the country. That's about 1 out of every 10 children in the United States. There was no significant change in private coverage rates for children under the age of 19, with family incomes of 400% of poverty or higher. However, the percentage of children in this group with public coverage increased by 0.7 percentage to 5.9, contributing to the drop in the uninsured rate of families in the United States. Transition. Now that you know what's happening within the healthcare system, I can explain some of the causes behind it. Healthcare is not to be offered typically naturally unless you're an adult. Yet many children and adults can find themselves not educated about the subject, leading to not believing in the cause for free healthcare. leading to them not being able to take advantage of the system and its benefits. According to nationally representative sampling of 1,000 uninsured Americans aged 18 and over conducted by the Commonwealth Fund earlier this year, only half, 50% of all uninsured individuals reported having gone to the doctor or a healthcare professional in the previous 12 months. This leads to the simple fact that people simply choose to not go to the doctor in fear of perhaps money or personal fears like needlephobia or blood phobia. These factors can help prevent people from getting proper assistance of going to meet a doctor. This helps contribute to the people in fear of seeking out proper health needs. Immigrants with families fear deportation or personal information leaks that can lead to them being deported out of the country itself, and fear for their children as well. Proper time management. Not many people in their own right prioritize their health. They are so focused on their life and personal problems that many oversee their own health issues and think nothing of it. Resolving issues relating to other organizations like identification or their papers. Having no proper identification for the nearest hospital, or in worst cases of accidents. Immigrants should be offered a chance at free healthcare until they become a U.S. citizen. The article, How Many Americans Don't Have Health Insurance, indicates that no matter the situation, there always seems to be a problem towards affordable healthcare. Even a language barrier, or perhaps they simply don't have the information necessary for a proper sign-up. Transition. Now we can ask the real question, hiding behind the curtain. What can we do to change this, and how? We can offer children under the age of 19 proper education on how the healthcare system works and offer assistance throughout their lives. In order to properly secure a beneficial head start into gaining knowledge about the system and its endeavors, we can combat the middle and low class income money problems by offering more free beneficial services of hospitality, free physicals, and checkups. This can guide people towards the right path and implement them into the healthcare system. We can even provide healthcare packages that can be paid off in the long run. For example, they are given the care necessary first and worried about the payment later. And these interest rates can become scary, but the goal is to minimize interest rates in order to prevent large overdue amounts. We can offer governmental assistance and raise money payments made towards parents with children under the age of 29 to be able to afford proper health care for them until they reach the age of 19 to be able to sign up properly themselves. We can create an outreach program to assist parents by living with their children that have no health care, and create a system where even if you have no papers or identification, they can offer a temporary system of insurance until you sort out your problems. For example, ignoring the health insurance fee until you become a U.S. citizen to properly keep track of U.S. citizenship. There will be records and background checks. Creating an income government plan to work out an organized system in order to be able to recognize those who qualify for free healthcare and are in need for a change. Transition. I hope that this was able to illustrate the situation at hand with the U.S. healthcare and shed light into the healthcare crisis happening in the world we live in today, to hopefully send you off with a topic to deeply think about. Conclusion. Review. First off, I discussed about the potential a free healthcare system would do in order to make an impact in today's society. Secondly, I discussed the causes behind people not being able to apply for free healthcare. And lastly, I closed with discussing the potential ways to be able to make more citizens of poverty and health issues be able to know more about the healthcare available to the general public. Restate thesis. I will promote the idea where hospitals offer free general health needs to maintain a healthy individual and prolong their lifespan through different methods of their choosing, because the government certainly wouldn't intervene at times. They can afford sacrifice, which is why I want to implement a free healthcare system for those who are in poverty and in times of crisis, so that they can have dependable healthcare available to them. All in all, the government won't always be there to offer help. The government has its flaws like any other system in the world. Although we aren't perfect, we are close to as a perfect society as we're going to get, at least for the meantime. That doesn't mean to stop here. We can strive for something greater and something better, a difference in our health, an impact in our system, and an impact for the future of our children who may also have to bear the fruits of hard labor and poverty. Let us have a secure and stable healthcare system to provide and treat those who deserve a chance at a proper, healthy lifestyle. Thank you.